Second lesson is titled Number, Patterns, and Functions of Chapter 12. A function is a relationship between two quantities in which one depends on the value of the other. Write a rule to represent the function shown in this table. Find out how much fabric could be purchased with $209. So here we're told that 1 yard of fabric is $5.50, 2 yards of fabric is $11, 3 yards of fabric is $16.50, 4 yards of fabric is $22, and 5 yards of fabric is $27.50. What this is showing us is that each yard of fabric we add adds another $5.50. And that makes sense. Fabric, the cost shouldn't change. If it's $5.50 for 1 yard, then it should be $5.50 for every yard. So, write a rule. Well, the rule to me seems to be that if I take, get my pen back. If I take the $5.50 that I'm paying for every yard times the number of yards, y, I would get the cost, c. If I take $5.50 times the number of yards, I will get the cost, total cost, c. So that's a rule. Find out how much fabric you could buy with $209. So that's asking us to take our equation that we've just written and say, okay, instead of C being cost, we know we have $209 to spend. What type of an equation is this, guys? Multiplication. 5.50y is multiplication. So we solve multiplication by dividing. Now, I apologize, you would have to do this longhand. In the interest of not taking 6 minutes to do these notes, I am going to cheat. I'm using a calculator to do 209 divided by 5.5. And y is 38. So with $209, you could purchase 38 yards of fabric. An ice skating rink charges $1.75 to rent skates and $3 per hour for each hour you skate. Define variables and write an equation representing the situation. So when you see define variables, that means a let statement. So let's see. We're probably going to be talking about cost, C, because I see money. And I see something in here about $3 per hour. So I probably need a number of hours. So let's see. The cost to go skating is going to be, if we have to pay $3 an hour, then if we skate for 1 hour, it's $3. 2 hours is $6. 3 hours is $9, and so on. We're taking the $3 per hour and saying, okay, it's going to be $3 times the number of hours. So the cost is equal to $3 times the number of hours, h. Is that all we have to pay for? No. We also need to rent the skates. So what would that $1.75 need to be done with? Do I put it on as addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? It's an extra fee we're paying, so it's addition. And this one is just a one-time fee. You don't pay $1.75 for each hour you have the skates. So we just add the $1.75 for rental of the skates onto the $3 times the number of hours. That is our equation. Write an equation to represent the function. Find the missing value. This is called an XY table. And anytime we do that, our equation is going to be y equals. And it's going to be y equals some manipulation of x. What I mean by some manipulation is we're going to take the x numbers and figure out how they're becoming the y numbers. Now, how does 1 become 1? A bunch of ways. It could be plus 0. It could be times 1. So we're not going to actually look at that. We're going to try to figure out our rule using 2 and 8, and then we'll check that it applies everywhere. So how can 2 turn into 8? Well, it could be that we're adding 6. So check that someplace else. Is 1 plus 6 1? No. So unfortunately, it's not plus 6. How else can 2 become 8? Well, we could be multiplying it by 4. Well, what's 1 times 4? 4. I need it to be 1. So times 4 isn't going to work either. How else can 2 become 8? What about exponents? We know it's not 2 squared because 2 times 2 is 4. But 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. Well, what's 1 times 1 times 1? That's 1. So that's the third power. What's 3 times 3? 9. What's 9 times 3? 27. Hey, that's 3 to the third power. 4 times 4 is 16, and 16 times 4 is 64. So what's happening? We're taking the x value and we are cubing it. Y is equal to x cubed. Find the missing value. So what goes here? Well, to do that, we just need to do 5 times 5 times 5. That's going to be 25 times 5. That means the missing value is 125. And one more. So y equals. The question is, how are these changing? So how can 1 become 2.65? Well, we could be adding 1.65. Does that work for 2? What's 2 plus 1.65? Well, 2 plus 1 is 3. Bring the 0.65 along, so it's 3.65. I need it to be 4.65. So that's not right. It could be times 2.65, but I'll be nice and tell you it's not. This is actually a two-part rule. What if I said take the number, double it, and then put on the 0.65? 1 times 2 is 2, put on the 0.65. There's my 2.65. 2 times 2 is 4, put on the 0.65. 3 times 2 is 6, put on the 0.65. 5 times 2 is 10, put on the 0.65. So what are we doing? We are multiplying by 2. So if it's just x, it's 2x. And we are putting on a 0.65. So we are adding a 0.65. To put something on like this mathematically means we're just adding it. So what's missing? Well, 4 times 2 is 8, and put on the 0.65.